Opera.
What an excellent day for an exorcism.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
I like to dissect girls. Did you know I'm utterly insane?
I am the devil, and I am here to do the devil's work.
We have such sights to show you.
Who's laughing now?
Not you crazy. Kill you all. Than you ever had. I am your worst dream come true. I'm everything you ever were afraid of.
They're here.
There we go. Hello.
Hi.
A little late. That's my fault, guys. But you know what? For good reason, because we're here, and I'm glad to be here.
Yes.
All right. So obviously today is not the exact start of October, but it's close enough.
Yeah.
It is Halloween time.
I think it was September something, right? The last show we did it was something like that.
Yeah.
But
So like,
October, I'm excited.
this is the time to do spooky stuff, and
well,
we
you get
decided.
to see. I mean, it's a lifestyle, so I already do stuff like that, but you just see it everywhere.
I love it. I'm on board.
Because you see
Hey,
it with
Tim, how you
kids
doing?
and everything.
As we should, right? I think kids should be scary year round. Kids are already scary enough, maybe, but
Well, I saw something on TikTok where it's like Halloween girls versus Christmas girls, and I was like, oh, it makes sense why I'm Halloween. It's usually like the people who've had a lot of trauma.
oh man.
But
Okay. Wait, what was the video?
if I can find it, I'll send it to you. But it was more like you like dressing. I don't know. I'll send it to you, and I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, you gotta send me that. I'm gonna look. Maybe I can get it on screen for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Because
You want me
that
to send it
I
now?
love those kind of videos.
Because my phone's over there.
I was gonna look on maybe no, I was looking at sometimes YouTube will have certain videos like that. Like I found some. Get lucky once in a while.
You know my addiction to TikTok. I'll like spend hours on it, and it's a beautiful thing, and I love it, and I'll fall asleep with it.
You know what? There's nothing wrong with that. Good job. I think
I love it.
as long as you find some good videos on there,
Oh yeah,
doing the
there's
right job.
true crime. There's a lot of cool stuff there.
Nice. I like that. So a little something for everybody.
Yes.
And I think that's equally true about the movie tonight, which we were talking about the Tubi original. Thank you,
Yeah,
Marlene, for
Tubi
picking it
Tuesday.
out. It is Tubi.
Tuesday.
You're not even kidding. I swear. I just like to kind of get background to the movie because I was thinking like, okay, I'll watch a review of it too. There's a guy out there who does a Tubi Tuesday thing.
Yeah, I was like Tubi Tuesday. I like it.
He's
'Cause
good.
we're on a
I enjoy
Tuesday.
It's Tuesday, Tubi,
Tubi
it works.
Tuesday.
I'll put the hashtag in the comments right
You
there.
have to
Hashtag.
shimmy. You have to shimmy. Tubi Tuesday. There we go.
All right, that's all I got.
I feel like you need maracas.
Oh, don't get me started. All right, we wouldn't be able to hear our conversation. I'd be going to town. Oh man. So the movie, guys, I want to get this out there first because it's going to come up quite a bit. Toe came out this year, starring Kane Hodder, Caitlin Gerard, and Abe Bueno Halag. And Caitlin Gerard actually not only stars in it, but she wrote this. So that's pretty cool.
You know, I didn't know it was Kane until I went to the IMDb and I was like, oh, that's him?
Yeah, pretty good, right? Like not
Yeah,
too
like,
obvious. They didn't try to
I
shove him in your face.
Yeah, I didn't recognize him until I went on the IMDb. And also, obviously, the main actress is not a twin, but the little girls were twins. They were real twins. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Smart. I think that's a good idea. It's got to be hard to act in two roles where you're trying to be the same person but different. You know, like so similar but different at the same time.
But at the same time, she didn't look the same. There were two different looks. So
Yeah.
I think if she was playing a different character, it was easier to step in it because they didn't look alike.
Not
Well,
too
in my
much, at
mind.
least, yeah. Yeah, no, they were separate. You could tell.
Like
Abby
one
and
had really
Maddie.
blonde hair.
Yeah, almost like white towards the end. Like it got really,
She kind of looked
really.
like a witch. It reminded me of that, but I kind of liked it.
You know what? I
Something
bet you that's what they were going for.
Like ghostly. Like
Yeah.
she saw so many trauma in her life that her hair turned white.
White. Oh, nice.
Because she was the twin that was caught by the man.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That was the twin. So it makes sense why she would have the white hair.
What do you call it? Yeah, that literally can happen out there. By the way, guys, like you can be traumatized and your hair will turn white. That's a real thing. Yeah, I had a buddy. I think his was more from stress induced.
Mm-hmm.
He's a guy who likes to stress a lot. It's just part of his personality.
Guilty. Guilty.
Be careful.
But I cry. I cried today. So like that's how I told you. Like I cry and I let it out and it helps me. Like I was crying in the car calling my mom. But it helped me.
No. Well, as long as it helps, I'm happy. But I don't want to. I would be so sad to see you cry.
Well, it was because of pain too. I hurt my arm on Wednesday. I was doing military push-ups and I hurt myself. Like I heard something crack and I had to stop immediately. And just like I felt like I got sweaty from the pain. And I went to go get my flu shot today. And they were like, you can get the COVID vaccine. I was like, oh, cool. Because Saturday I'm going to go out with a lot of people and I want to be protected. But she was like, we can't do it in the same arm. And I was like, I already told you, like, I hurt this arm. Like, you can't put the vaccine there. So we ended up putting it in this one, and that one hurt. Like, that one really hurt. And she was like, you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. But I was like, okay, but the pain, I still felt pain.
Like, I don't care if I'm going to be fine. It hurts now. Listen to
me. It hurts.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want me to do? And I just, like, got stressed out. But I'm feeling better. I can go like that. Ooh, well, sort of. But.
Well, don't stress it out too much. But I'm glad it's feeling somewhat better. Yeah.
They told me to move it, just not to pick up heavy things.
Well, yeah, smart. And then I agree with Lewis here in the comments. Dance is a great way to stress relief, but to get rid of the pain in the arm, gin usually works for me.
The gin.
Gin is definitely a smart call. I appreciate that idea. But I'm gonna put that to the side for a second. Let's get into this movie. Let's talk about this. Let's see where toe takes us. As it is spelt, it's TOW. It's not like a toe on your foot, people. Just so you know.
When I talked to you about this, I was like the towing, and I was like, why did I think it was the towing?
I looked that up. I tried. I was like, that's not
what
working.
What the fuck is she talking about?
It's like I think Marlene's just naming random stuff. She wants me to look it up and know. She's laughing at me. He's never gonna find it.
Waste your time. I was like, why did I think that? Like, the towing, but no, it's toe. Not even the toe. Toe.
But toe, yeah. It's like Cher, but with the movie, toe.
Yes, the Tubi original.
Toe. Which, you know what? For an original, for a platform that is free for everybody, I saw, it was a pretty good movie. I think it's not getting as much love online as I would like it to get. It's got a 3.2.
You know what
10.
it is?
What's
I think why people don't like it, because it's kind of like a ripoff of Nightmare on Elm Street.
A ripoff of Nightmare on Elm Street mixed with a little bit of Child's Play with the whole possession thing.
Yes.
Especially with like the chanting and the symbolism. I felt like those two kind of came together, yeah.
But I mean, Nightmare on Elm Street, come on.
And see you in your dreams.
Yes, I think maybe it was an homage. I think when I saw the trailer before watching it, like when I was gonna watch it the first time, And I thought it was going to be a movie that was not going to be supernatural, but it was okay. The supernatural part in this was okay. Like, I wasn't mad at it, but I kind of wanted to see more about like a guy who's a serial killer and tows cars. Like, I don't know what they're called. Like, he's a mechanic, a tow truck driver.
Tow truck driver.
I guess I would like to see the aspect of him killing people, because if you think about it, if it's late at night and your car gets stranded, like it's not working, you're stranded there in the middle of nowhere and you're relying on that person to come and get you.
A little creepy, a little scary.
That is like scarier to me than the serial killer supernatural stuff. Like, he could have still been a serial killer, but like they didn't have to make him a tow truck driver. It could have been like a random guy.
Yeah, it didn't need to happen. I think it was just for the name, basically, and for a location.
Yes. But I just wanted to see more of that, because I don't know, you're so vulnerable when your car isn't working, especially late at night, and then you need a tow truck. So like, I would have wanted to see like all the victims he had and just get more into that. Yeah,
because it wasn't just their family. Because real quick, guys, the movie starts with the sister having a flashback, or a dream, excuse me, of her parents being killed by the tow truck killer, and oh my goodness, they are going on the day of his execution is when all this is taking place, or supposed to take place. So he's been serial killing for a while before that. He's been in prison for a while now, but he was definitely killing more than just their family. So like, you're right, there should have been a lot more victims that we could have looked at. And
so I guess I wanted to see that area and like not go into like him being in prison. I wanted to see the stuff before that and just like cut out the supernatural, but it was okay. Like, I wasn't mad at it.
I like your idea there, because like the way it ends, we'll go into in a second. I don't want to give that away, but that leads to a really cool prequel where they don't have to talk about the supernatural like at all. They just do the serial killing up to where he gets caught, and then it would go into this movie. And then the way they ended it, there definitely could be a sequel as well. So you could do 3 parts, a prequel, this, and then a sequel.
And I would say bring in the supernatural stuff in the 3rd movie. I don't know why. I was like, the 3rd one. Go into the 3rd one being supernatural, but like the first 2 has to be more about the killings and like the people who are needing a tow truck. Because I'm like, thank God I've never needed one. And when I go to Phoenix, my dad's like, if anything happens to your car, call me and I'll go get you.
That's nice. That's a good thing.
Like, that is very nice. I was like, thank you, Dad. Like, that makes me feel better.
How far away are you from Phoenix right now? Like, how far a distance?
It's 2 hours.
About 2. Okay, so it's like from me to LA right now. It's about 2 hours the same.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad, but still, it's 2 hours. You know, it's not.
Something can happen, and then all of a sudden.
And not only that, from Tucson to Phoenix, like there, they do a lot of. It's a point of sex trafficking. So like, you should never get out of the car.
Need to be careful. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And so, the distance between here and LA. There's a lot of dead area because of the mountains that we have to pass over. Is that similar in your area? Like,
oh yeah, like I was telling I told everyone I had a job that I found out I got the day before, and sometimes it happens like that, and I hate that because I like getting my car ready, like so I won't be in the situation they are, because I'm gonna be by myself. I like getting the tires ready, gas, and all of that. But like if they tell me the day before, I'm in a hurry, rushing, and then packing the stuff they want me to bring. And like the food I'm gonna take, like it's a lot of I have to do a lot.
Oh, and
not only I think my call time was at 7, so I had to leave around 4:30ish or something like that. But it was winter time, so it's like really dark, and
really
it's all
cold.
Mountains. And it was like the hardest drive of my life because I'm not a morning person, and I tried going to sleep early, but like it was so dark. There's no mountains. There's nothing to look at. Like you're just driving complete darkness, like a couple of lights. And I was getting it was winter time, and I had the heater on, and I was like falling asleep, and that has never happened to me. So I had to turn on the AC and put on like loud music. I was like, damn, that has never happened to me, but I can see how people say it's dangerous.
Very true. There's like highway hypnosis where you just basically fall asleep and you wake up where you're supposed to be at sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't. You just crash.
You don't because you fall asleep, but it's so dark. It's all desert. There's like a couple of mountains, but everything else is dead. Like, I don't mind driving at night, but in the morning, like what they say, it's always darkest before the dawn. So it's like even darker in the morning than at night. Well,
Yeah.
morning dark, like before sunrise.
Yeah, those like 2 hour period where all of a sudden
Yeah.
you just can't see anything. It's just
Because I've driven at night before, like 9, 10, and I was fine. I was completely fine. But in the morning, it was horrible.
there's a huge difference, like right there, like that. For people who wake up at say 7 o'clock, so they go to work at 9 or something,
Mhm.
versus the people who have to wake up and be at work at 4 a.m. And then all of a sudden, you even when you finish work, you have an entire day left to live and go do stuff, and you're like, I've already done a whole day of work. Let me go back to sleep. Leave me alone. It's just,
And I hate waking up early because, like, not only that, my day is longer because I can't go to sleep early. So, like, I even have extra hours, and I'm like, no, I don't like it.
trying to sleep just doesn't work. I get that. Ugh.
I think the earliest I can go to sleep is like at 12:30.
I think I'm about the same. Maybe a little bit earlier than that, like 11:30. But I can't. Before that, it's like I'll just lay there and do nothing. It's terrible.
Well, I'm on my phone.
Yeah. All of a sudden, it's like 3 hours later. It's like, oh, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. What did I do?
Or sometimes I'm bad. Like, I'll be talking to people and it's like 5 a.m.
See, that's relatable right there, though. I don't like waking up early. It's terrible. Morning's bad.
But also, I can't wake up like at noon. I think the other day, I don't know why I woke up like at 11:40. Like, I guess I was really tired, and I was like upset with myself. I don't like it. I feel so tired.
You're not. Yeah, you are not alone. Yeah, that's either you're awake too long, or all of a sudden the day's gone. It's just.
It's like a balance. I'm a Libra, so I need the balance of it.
I get that. I feel that. But who did not have balance is these girls, because they were messed up after all this happened. We jumped
Well,
again
how would you
20
not?
years. Oh yeah, you see your parents be murdered by a notorious serial killer.
And not only that, he got one of the girls. I don't remember her name. One of them. I confused them.
I think it was Maddie who was kidnapped.
So Maddie is the one with the blonde hair, right? The one that looks like a witch.
Yes.
And the other sister didn't do anything. She just watched, and I feel like you must have guilt. But then again, she's a little kid. What is she gonna do?
Yeah, there's nothing you can do at that point. Yeah, just gotta hope for the best, I guess. I don't know. I'm glad.
And
I'm
well,
not in
that did happen because he got shot, I think.
Yeah, they did stop him, so that was good. And then he was arrested, obviously.
And they were the only survivors he had.
Yeah, which was another one of those like, okay, whatever. It's one of those tropes in movies, the last survivor of the serial killer, which is totally fine.
Yeah.
The news anchor was a little, because at the very beginning they show the clips from the report, like, oh, he bled his finger, or he got his fingers down to the bones, and he drew the symbol in his room that's in all of the crime scenes, and then they show dead bodies on the news. Like, they would never do that. So,
I feel like it was a little too like trying to spoon feed us the information of everything.
yeah,
And I think if maybe they left it more, what's the word I'm looking for? More, they didn't explain it as much and they just left it there for us to figure it out, it would have been a better movie.
yeah, they had a lot of scenes where it was like no dialogue, and then this is just an exposition dump. Like, just show us a little bit. You don't have to tell us everything. If it makes sense.
I think we would figure it out. He did something with black magic with the blood on the wall.
Yeah, it was pretty
I don't
obvious.
even think you have to like put a close up to it. I think if it was more in the background, it would have been okay.
Especially because they showed the symbol a lot, which I like that they did. But then, like you said, you don't have to tell us about it. We're going to see it.
Yeah. I think just like her at the end when she had the little burn mark, Obviously, I would want to see the close-up of that, but like everything else could have been.
No, 100% close up of that. Because then, if you're just seeing it like in a wide shot all the time, you're never gonna really notice something like that.
I don't know, because you know how people are. People put up like Reddits and stuff, like Reddit threads about movies, which I kind of love. And then TikTok will, like, the TikTokers will make videos about it, so I kind of like that.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Yeah, I love when people get really into it and they really like see all the little details. Like,
And they tell me about it because I miss them.
yeah, no, same here. There was one for Pirates of the Caribbean, which I thought was hilarious. Oh my goodness. They had this thing where Jack Sparrow was supposed to have syphilis. So, yeah, he had a sore on him throughout the entire movie series that got worse, but they never explained it. But they revealed it in like a what's what I'm looking for, the director's cut kind of commentary, and they just said it was a joke between Johnny Depp and the makeup department. Like, just keep making it worse, keep making it a little bit worse. So if you look through the movies, he has a noticeable lesion on him. I forget where. I think it's his arm, and it gets worse throughout the movies. And I was like, how did you sneak that into a Disney movie? Like, what just happened?
They sometimes have like dirty jokes in movies that adults will sometimes get, and then but like when you're innocent, you won't get it. Like, because you're innocent, you're not gonna know any better.
Yeah, and it's just, I thought stuff like that is crazy. Like those attention to detail moments or stuff that you can go back and refine. Those are really fun. But anyway, so both sisters are, trying to live their life, going to therapy. One of them is married.
And they have the same therapist, by the way. I don't even think that's ethical.
I don't know, because like people have couples therapy and family therapy, so.
But together.
Together, yeah, it's true.
Together, and not only that, I think when you're a minor, you have to have your parent sign off on it, I think. Yeah,
that's true too. It's a little gray area then. Yeah, I see your point. But
and I thought that was going to be part of the twist, by the way. I thought like the therapist was going to be like a cult, part of a cult that he created. But I was like, oh no, I just created a story in my mind. That didn't happen.
What do you call it? But you know what? That would have been pretty interesting. That would have been a good twist to it.
Yeah, because he's getting like all of their secrets and everything. And I was like, he must be related to that guy. And then he's going to he's been drugging the other girl. Like, that's what I thought in my mind.
Yeah, why she was falling asleep all the time.
She was falling asleep all the time. I was like, that's kind of fishy. Like, if she's been to the doctor, they're like, she's not sick so far. Like, they haven't said anything or put anything there. And then I was like, he's close to her. He knows her secrets. Like,
I still don't understand. Like, the whole falling asleep all the time thing was weird.
That confused me, and I watched it yesterday, but I was kind of busy with editing some stuff, and then I was like, I have to rewatch it because I feel like I missed a lot.
I definitely need to rewatch it too. I've only seen it once.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the dream sequences were okay. It wasn't like anything severely wrong with them. They were a little I'm not sure about the whole flashing kind of thing. But I liked how they differentiated the dream from the real world. That was really good.
Yes.
But the idea of why she just kept falling asleep, I didn't really get that. Like, was there a disease? Was that a coping mechanism? Maybe there was a line or something.
I feel like maybe he did something with the black magic with her.
Yeah,
he did do a blood offering.
That very well could be it. I honestly don't remember. Like, I got to look through it again. I think it's worth a second watch.
Because at the beginning, yeah, it is worth a second watch. I wouldn't say it's a bad film. I wouldn't say it's a great film. But I think for me, I wanted to see more about the towing part of it. Because, people are so vulnerable.
Yeah.
And I wanted to see how he got his victims and stuff like that. Because I have heard horror stories about people that are waiting for a tow truck, and then it turns out that wasn't their tow truck.
Oof.
And they got saved by the tow truck that was that was theirs, and they get there.
Oh dang, yeah, that's terrifying. That would be absolutely terrifying.
I was like, kind of wish they didn't go that route, but at the same time, one of the best like horror classics is Nightmare on Elm Street, where it's like all about nightmares, and that was like better done.
Oh, much better.
Like, yeah, way better done than this, because like I was kind of confused with this movie a little bit, but I wouldn't say it's a bad film. I wouldn't say it's a great film. I'm probably not gonna watch it again because I watched it twice.
Yeah, I think that's good. I mean, it's 7 out of 10, 6.5 out of 10. So not again, it's right in the middle there.
For me, it's like
That's fair. That's very fair, I think. Because the acting wasn't like terrible or anything.
no.
The cinematography was pretty dang good. I love the color changes.
Yeah, I was gonna say like the Nightmare, even though I didn't like it, I did like the way it looked.
Yes.
It looked so good, and I kind of wish this was a short film.
I don't remember who said it, but I was watching one of the reviewers saying
said that?
they could have been broken down to like 30 minutes and added to an anthology film, and it would have been better. Like that makes sense.
Yeah,
it could have been like condensed.
That is true. If it was a short film, like that, I like watching short films on YouTube.
Okay.
If I found it on YouTube and it was just like a 20-minute, 15-minute short film, I think I would have loved this.
That would have been a heck yeah situation, and I would have watched it. No problem.
I think I would have fucking loved it, but it was just too repetitive with the dreams.
Yeah,
they were kind of the same. So like that's why the toe part should have been cut for me. If it was just a short film, it would have been perfect.
Oh heck yeah. I think actually maybe next week that's what we do. Then we'll look for different horror movies on YouTube.
Short films?
Yeah. What do you think?
I like that.
I think that would be a lot of fun because there's definitely some really good ones out there, and it's like what was the one Lights Out?
That was a short film.
Started as a short film, but I never saw the feature film because I was like, I don't know, the short film's so good, it's gonna ruin it for me. So I have not seen Lights Out still. I've not seen the feature.
I haven't seen the feature either because I thought of that, but it's funny how some short films benefit being a film, and then some films benefit being a short film.
Oh, definitely.
Like it makes it better. The story's way better.
Yeah, just be concise. Just tell the punch. You don't have to give us all the other little tiny details or the fluff.
But even then, like House of the Devil, I love that movie, and it's like very slow burn, and they do a lot of shots. But when it gets to the end, you've seen it, right?
Yeah, that's excellent.
Like that is excellent, and I think if it was a short film, like I don't know how they do it, and I'm just like, yeah, that should have been a short film, or it should have been a big film.
No, yeah, House of the Devil, I think could stay how it is. I'm totally fine with that. Totally fine. Some movies benefit from that slow build up that might not be as exciting for everybody, but the people who like it are gonna love it. They're gonna absolutely just fall in love with it. And what is it? The color of the space? No. Beyond the Black Rainbow. Beyond the Black Rainbow is a really beautifully done movie, and it's not.
I've seen part of it.
And it looks really good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not necessarily like gonna thrill you at all times. It just looks visually great. So that is a movie that, the plot could be really short if they wanted to, but the visual effects and the storytelling that way deserve to be another hour long if they wanted. It was that beautiful. I could watch this. I could watch this all day.
It was stunning.
Oh yeah.
It was stunning. I remember, when I go to sleep, I usually leave the TV on because I'm like a bird, so I have to transition from light to like darkness a little bit. But then I put it on clock, so like it'll turn off by itself because I can't sleep with the lights on. But yeah, I had it on and it was really dark and it was really beautiful to see, but I fell asleep. But there was another movie on Netflix, and I can't remember the name of it, that I thought it was so fucking boring, but then it gets to the end, and I loved the ending. Like, it surprised me.
Well, do you remember anything about it? Like,
it was about a guy who sees, like, dead people, and his friend is trying to help him out. I think, is it I See Dead People? Is it like his friend is out of work and he goes to live with him and he's gonna help him out, and like he thinks he's seeing things from like people from dead people or people from another dimension.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
I See Dead People? I can't remember it, but I remember thinking this is so fucking boring. But then the ending, I loved it, and I was like, okay, it was worth to watch it for the ending.
I'm typing it in right now. Oh shoot! When I type it in, just the Sixth Sense pops up.
I See Dead People. I can't remember what it was called. It was on Netflix back when I had it.
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I do not remember that one. You know, there was a
very
real
low budget.
low. Oh, okay, low budget. Was it supposed to be a little funny to it, or just like
No,
pretty serious?
It's like something Ty West would do.
Okay. Nothing wrong
like
with that.
In New York City, and like his friend works at an office, and he has a crush on a girl, and like his friend is fucking it up for him because he's staying with him, sleeping on his couch.
I cannot picture it right now. Damn it, it's gonna bug me.
I know, it's gonna bug me too. I watched it. I See Dead People. Like, fuck, what is it? The people. I don't remember the name of it. I don't even remember the actors because they're not that well known.
I don't.
If anybody knows what I'm talking about, please put it there.
No, I don't know.
And I think the friend is like trying to, like, something's gonna happen. He really believes that something's gonna happen, and he's trying to fix up their home to protect them from those creatures or those people. I don't remember exactly.
Drug overdose. I'm trying to think of like any in this list that I see that could possibly fall under that category, but I'm not seeing anything. Damn it.
I know, it's like I can't remember what it was, like the title, but it was back when I had Netflix, and I was like, this is so fucking boring. But then you get to the end, and it was like something so, I don't know, heartwarming in a weird way, and I just love that.
I'll spoil the ending for me then. That's all right.
Okay, so nobody put anything. I don't think they've seen it. So like the friend really believes they're gonna be attacked, and he wants to kill his own friend, but like the friend trusts him. He's like, okay, then do it. I don't remember like if he was gonna pour something on him or like almost kill him, but he was like, I'm gonna trust you that you believe this is happening. And once he trusted him, he was able to stop doing that.
Damn. All right, I'm gonna find it tonight. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find
I think he was schizophrenic or something, but I love that. It's like he loves his friend so much that he's like, I trust you, we're gonna get through this, and then the friend realizes like he might be schizophrenic.
I guess that's a pretty as a happy ending as you can hope for in that situation.
Yeah, because he didn't kill his friend.
Yeah. I like that. But all right, I'm gonna find this. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna watch it tonight.
Like I can't remember the title.
Cool. See, for me though, those kind of movies where it's like slow till a build up at that end, I'm totally fine with. Those don't bother me most of the time. Most of the time.
I think they probably didn't do it. It was kind of like it was really low budget, so I don't think they had the skill set to do something like that yet.
It happens. It's okay.
You know.
Hey Gary, how you doing?
Hi. But I like the ending.
Picture, by the way, I like that. There's another one. I think Netflix or Hulu has it right now called The Witch, and it's about a like colonial family living out on their own.
With the bee?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that when it came out in the movie theater.
I thought that was really good for like a slow pace to the end. Like, totally messed with my mind. I was like,
yes, and I'm like, when I heard the goat?
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, and it's funny how it's something so simple.
Yeah, that little twist is just like, fuck, I'm done.
Like, that was so cool. And not only that, at the end, I was like, well, what the fuck is she gonna do? Like, She doesn't have any family. People think she's a witch.
Go
Like,
do it.
what else does she have?
And then, like, as soon as the question he asked her, I don't know if you guys have all seen this or we could spoil it, but that's like the best pickup line I've ever heard in my life. It worked for a goat to pick up a young lady, and it's like, I'm gonna try this out one day.
Do you remember the line?
Oh yeah, oh,
Would
100%.
you like to live deliciously?
It's like,
And I was like, what?
oh, see, yeah, you were thinking about going with that goat right then and there.
Yeah.
Like, well, maybe I don't know. I kind of want to.
But look, if my family's fucking dead and I'm out in the middle of nowhere and people already think I'm a witch, and around that time you would be burned for being a witch. So how else am I going to be protected?
Time to join the coven. Yeah.
Yeah, like what else are you going to do?
that was a great example of a slow burn to a great reveal. And I think people are like, oh, it could have been a short film.
No. I that one was perfect.
Yeah. Yep. So I really want to watch the one you're talking about for the ending, to see the friends like reconcile at that end. That sounds pretty dang good. I want to see that.
Not reconcile, trust. He just trusted his friend. Because like they were always friends, but his friend is acting weird and he's kind of fucking up his life for helping him out.
That's so sad. But at the same time,
it's something mentally.
Good. Yeah. There's a lot of good movies like that. Like we were just talking about, like there's plenty that you can definitely make something better by removing some stuff. Like unfortunately, I think that's the case for Cho. Get rid of some of the dream sequences.
It was like, I think what it was for me is that it was kind of the same dream sequence, just like a little different. And then Nightmare on Elm Street, the dreams were so different. And I think that's what I liked about it, and you remember, were the dream sequence and how everyone died a different way.
And you know what I liked about the dreams for Nightmare was that you didn't know exactly when you're in the dream.
Yeah, this one made it pretty obvious.
Yeah, which is fine. It's a whole different way to tell a story. But the other one was like the color barely changed, or all of a sudden
something a little off.
Just a little bit, just enough where like you're uneasy, and all of a sudden you're like, it gives you that twinge.
Like when she's in class and she's going to the bathroom or something, and there's that girl like, "Where's your hall pass?"
Yeah, no running in the hallway. Yes.
I guess it just like this movie really made me think of Nightmare on Elm Street a lot.
Oh yeah, right off the bat, as soon as the reporter, it was the news anchor who said it first. Oh, his final words were, "See you in your dreams," and I was like.
And I feel like she was trying to be like Nancy, the main girl.
The haircut was even like from in the first Nightmare on Elm Street. It was her friend's haircut, the one who dies first, Tina.
Oh, Tina.
The same friggin' haircut. Oh man, I don't even think about that till right now. Gosh dang it! Oh my gosh.
It was just a lot of that. I think maybe if the dream sequence were different, I would have liked it better. It just felt a little repetitive being in the same dream.
We got to stop talking about this movie now because it's making me like it less. And that's not the goal here. I want to like this movie.
Well, no, I'm going to be honest. I think
but
if somebody
we're talking ourselves out. You're talking me out of it right now. I'm so sad. Like, no.
No, I don't think it was a bad movie. It wasn't bad, but it made me think of a better, like when I was watching it made me think of a classic, but it felt like it wasn't in a way of paying homage. Maybe they're trying to do that, but maybe it was too much that it made me think of the other movie more instead of that little wink, like, hey.
Yeah, it's
Halloween.
It was a full-on knock on the door versus a nod to something else.
Yes,
and,
I like that.
I still say that this movie also had a lot of elements of how Child's Play was trying to do their voodoo, because it was it's spells, it's black magic, and it's possession of another human, and he's trying to outlive death because even if he's executed, he's going to live on through these girls. Spoiler alert: he takes over one of the sisters at the end, and she kills the therapist.
I was confused. I was kind of confused with the ending when she's gonna kill him, and I was like, "Oh, it's gonna do that." I for sure in my mind, I was like, "It's gonna end with her being possessed by the guy."
Yeah, and then it was kind of obvious. Yeah,
it was kind of obvious, but then when she's killing him with the car battery?
in the dream.
Yes, in the dream.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
And then it reveals that it was the sister. I was kind of confused why that was there. So she killed. I don't know. I was confused by that because like the other sister wasn't sleeping.
Yeah, I don't think I get it either, honestly.
So she was never gonna be able to kill him. Like I was kind of confused by that. I was gonna ask you.
I want to say that it was him controlling their minds like almost the entire time. So it wasn't so much them killing him as much as it was him tricking them into like letting him in more. Maybe, but I'm with you on this one. It's just a little like not confusing, but they might have just made it a little too different than they were hoping for, like a little too fancy, a little too much cursive. So I don't know. Was
that her? I was really confused. I was like, okay, so but the sister isn't sleeping, and if she did, wouldn't they be able to talk to each other? Like, hey, you're in a dream? Because I think in Nightmare on Elm Street they were able to talk to each other and.
Yeah, they went into each other's dreams in Nightmare, but in this, I think because Abby lived or Maddie lived.
Maddie was the one that got possessed
at the end, right? And then she murdered the. Yeah, I think that the other girl was already taken over. Like they weren't going to be able to communicate because she was already possessed, and then she dies, and then Maddie is taken over finally at the end. So he ends up getting both twins, but one of them dies while he dies as well in the electric chair.
Oh, okay.
That's what I think. But again, I'm gonna rewatch it again because
it's definitely good for a rewatch. But I'm like, I watched it twice. I'm good. But I would love to see that movie about being like stranded on the road, like meeting a tow truck and then being a serial killer. Because I've heard real horrible stories about that.
Yeah, that feels a lot more grounded and like very real. So it's gonna be really scary. Like that sounds terrifying.
That is very terrifying. I think if they switched it to him being a mechanic or just like something else, I don't know.
Yeah, like a reason to be out there nowhere.
If he was a cop or something, it would have made more sense why he was able to take her car. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm gonna give this one a wrap up for today because we were past the hour. Richard, good to see you, brother. You just barely missed it. Don't worry, you can watch it again. There's a lot of shenanigans that went on, but it's Toe again. The Tubi original Toe. I'm going to rewatch it, not tonight, but as soon as I can. And
I think it's definitely a 2-time watch because like the first time can be confusing and a little repetitive, and then the second time it's very repetitive, but you kind of learn more.
Now you get what's going on now a little bit, like the Sixth Sense or something.
Yeah, but at the first time I watched it, I was like editing and stuff like that, so like I couldn't have it as background noise, and I was like, okay, this is a movie that needs your attention.
For sure. All right, people. But I'm gonna let it go for today. Marlene, any last words on this one before we wrap it up?
I would say you can watch it. I mean, I didn't love it or hate it.
I think that's a fair assumption right there. It's not the best, but it's definitely not the worst.
No, it's not the worst, but it's not my favorite either.
Yeah. So we'll leave you with a solid middle. So we're gonna leave you with that, guys. If you can recommend any horror movies, either on Tubi,
Tubi Tuesday.
We'll keep it going. I'd love that. Or if you know of a horror short on YouTube, let us know too. That'd be really fun. I think that'd be a fun video. All right, people. Cool. You all have a great night. Continue your Halloween shenanigans. Go smash a pumpkin. Go listen to Smashing Pumpkins. I don't care. Whatever you have to do to have a good time. But just be nice to everybody and don't go killing people in their dreams, I guess. Don't do that. Not nice.
No.
All right. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.